Welcome back to the final stretch of our journey in Marrakech. After spending the day at the Club Med Le Palmeraie, we're headed to the Medina, the ancient walled city built by the Almoravid dynasty in the 12th century, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Most walking tours of the Medina begin at the base of the Koutoubia Mosque's towering minaret, which at 77 meters tall is hard to miss from any point in the city. I'm here to meet my local guide, Mohammed, under the shadow of this all-too-familiar tower.
You know, Mohammed, this reminds me of La Giralda in Sevilla.
Yeah.
There's a connection between Morocco and Andalusia, right?
Andalusia, yeah. That's what they call it, the sister to Sevilla Mosque, La Giralda Mosque in Sevilla. La Giralda Mosque in Sevilla, the first one. And then the second one, what we all call Koutoubia. And the third one in Rabat, Hassan Tower, or Hassan Mosque. Is unfinished.
It was the same
design,
kingdom,
same families, same tribe. So Koutoubia Mosque became the symbol of the word Koutoub, books. Okay. Many used to be bookstores here, and then earthquake, everything is gone, and then they're building a new mosque here.
If you recall our visit to Seville in Spain, you might remember La Giralda, the ornate bell tower of the Seville Cathedral. The tower was once a Muslim minaret when the Moorish Almohad dynasty ruled the Spanish region of Andalusia, the same family that built the massive mosque and library of Koutoubia. Indeed, many Moroccan architectural masterpieces will remind you of that you come across in Andalusia. Moroccan landmarks such as the Bahia Palace especially. The palace, constructed in the 19th century by a top minister for his wife and harem, captures the essence of traditional Moorish, Islamic, and indeed, Andalusian design. The series of courtyards that lead to other courtyards, the colorful ceramic tiled surfaces, the ornate hand-carved woodwork, the elaborate patterns that decorate the ceilings and doorways of the Bahia Palace, all express Moorish architecture marvelously. The sight, sounds, and smells of the Medina are as vibrant as the colors of Bahia. Despite what some say, I found it perfectly safe to explore the alleyways, and safe as well to try and taste the many delicacies that line the streets. We all know Morocco for its famous tagine cuisine, but for me, the sweet, honey-dipped dough pastries are the real revelation of this trip. Even the bees can't resist. Maps are useless in the Medina's maze, so follow the flow of people instead, because most likely they're headed for Jema El Fna Square, where it seems the entire Marrakech congregates. Africa's largest public square is lined by the city's legendary souk district, where goods and crafts from all over Morocco are sold.
A trip to the souk is one of those quintessential Marrakech moments, and even if you're not into shopping, it's really worth coming here. Just to, I don't know what, just to experience everything. The sights, the sounds, the smells.
It's easy to be overwhelmed by the market, more so since nothing here has a fixed price on it.
Moroccan people, they get used to bargaining. So that's why everyone come to Morocco, come with the idea, none of the shop open as fixed prices. So people, they love to bargain. Every Moroccan go to shop is have to bargain.
With that in mind, Mohammed warns me that not everything sold is made in Morocco. But for those that are, here's what's worth bargaining for.
A lot of things made in Morocco, like the carpet made in Morocco. Okay. Like leather, what you see, leather bags, leather jacket made in Morocco. Then silver, copper, bronze, tiles, a lot of things made in Morocco. Because Marrakech become the second capital of handicraft after Fez. So, example, Fez and Marrakech, they're very similar, like brothers of the crafts.
Most Moroccan carpets aren't as rare or as well made as those from Turkey or Persia. But they're also way cheaper, especially if you know how to bargain. Argan and other essential oils and herbal medicines are another great Moroccan bargain.
Very interesting. What you see here is the ladies, they're like crushing, they're grinding the nut, making it into argan oil. Let's do some shopping.
Moroccan leather bags and slippers are another bargain to consider. Marrakech is one of only 2 cities left in the country that still produces leather.
We're here at a tannery Berber, and there's a really pungent smell because what they're doing here is they're drying and tanning and dyeing the leather. So in order to counteract, to balance out the bad odors, we're gonna use some mint, right?
Mint, yeah.
Mohammed?
Fresh mint.
Yes.
Smell.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna need this all throughout the visit. So let's go.
The ramshackle environment and the awful smell aren't quite what I expected from what I've always thought was a glamorous business. But the traditional handmade process is so interesting to watch. It starts with soaking the skins in a fermented solution of, guess what? Pigeon poo and recycled tannery waste, and soaked in lime and argan ash after drying to purify. The round pits on the ground contain a mix of water and, again, pigeon poo, where the skins are left to soak and soften further. Then only can the tanning process begin, using only natural dyes. After seeing this, I don't think I can look at leather the same way again. If the tannery shows you the less glamorous side of the fashion business, the Jardin Majorelle, in a chic part of town, helps you renew your faith in the design industry. This was once the personal garden of the French fashion icon, Yves Saint Laurent, who in turn acquired it from the French painter it was named after, Jardin Majorelle. Majorelle's garden is a work of art in itself, the product of the painter's deep love of nature, of botany, and exuberant colors inspired by the African continent. Apart from the many shades of green of the various palm and cactus plants of the garden, the one other color that stands out most is a deep shade of ultramarine and cobalt blue that the artist used to paint his studio, a color known today as Majorelle blue. Yves Saint Laurent was one of the garden's most ardent admirers and was known to be inspired by its beauty and colors. He bought it in 1980 in order to save it from being developed into a hotel property. Saint Laurent and his partner, Pierre Berger, grew so attached to the garden, they acquired a building in a neighboring lot.
That's right. There's a memorial to Yves Saint Laurent, YSL, here, right within the gardens. You see, Yves Saint Laurent loved Marrakech so much. He actually lived here, and he still has a place right beside the gardens. It's a private property, though.
In 2017, the name of Pierre Berger was added to Saint Laurent's memorial. The couple's garden is now managed by the YSL Foundation, and Majorelle's studio converted into a museum of Berber history. I wouldn't be exaggerating if I said that this is a highlight of my trip to Marrakech. Indeed, I now understand why so many artists, writers, and bohemians come and decide to live in Marrakech. For the bright colors and inspiring beauty of places like Jardin Majorelle and the Bahia Palace, and the visceral pleasures of the streets and souks of the Medina and Jima El Fana Square. And for the rich and famous that escape to the city, the riads of Marrakech offer the promise of luxury and privacy in one of the most exotic corners of the world.
And that's all for this episode of Executive Class. I'm David Celdran. Thanks for watching.